everybody. Welcome. It is Cheryl's Creations on a rainy Friday afternoon. It's actually been real yucky rainy all day here. So, hopefully it'll clear up a little bit. So, video of the day. I wanted to get this video done because here in, I don't know, probably about an hour or so, as soon as I get myself together, I will be taking my product over to the vendor site for tomorrow and getting it all set up. So I wanted to kind of, I've done a couple new things and I wanted to get them in a video before I took everything. And so that's what I've got. I've got several things to show you. One of them is a variation of some other things, but it's all good. It's a lot of fun stuff. My market tomorrow is at a local church that's pretty good size, and we have over 30 vendors, I believe. Our gymnasium is full. Our fellowship hall is full. The big children's church room is full, and we've got 6 or 7 vendors down a main hallway. So, lots of, I hope there's going to be lots of cool stuff, and I hope there's lots of people. The people that are putting this on, this is their very first event, and so I'm really wanting it to go well for them. So, we'll keep our fingers crossed for them. But I'll let you guys know how it all goes and how it all kind of shakes out. So, so what do I have? The first thing, I've got a couple of unicorns, and you've seen my unicorns before. I've been using a miniature zebra pattern that I have, and I will put all of these patterns in the description below. But I used my miniature zebra, and I used blanket yarn, which makes it a fabulous size. So I did this very pale pink and gray with the big fluffy in the back. The two I did today have the stitched on eyes because, I don't do enough with the stitched on eyes. And so I did 2 unicorns with stitched eyes. Okay. This one is more of a multicolor mane and tail. This is the very pale pink with the very pale accents. Oops. I guess if I turn them both around. So these are the 2 unicorns that I finished up. And I had been selling them for 15, but I think I need to raise them to 18. There's a lot of yarn in those little curly cues there. So anyway, there's 2 of those. You guys have seen me do cows before, and I didn't do any big cows, but I ran across a mini cow pal pattern. I'm not sure if I really am all that thrilled about it, but I did 4 of them. I did 2 in the, oops, as I drop them, 2 in the black, white, you know, a little more traditional color. I should have put spots on the body, but, you know. So I've got 2 of that color, and then I did 1 pink and 1 purple. So, and I used my glitter eyes. Well, this one is, yeah, this has kind of a gold glitter, and this one is a purple glitter for the eyes. Something makes me say I've had these in a video before, but, you know, half the time my head's not screwed on straight. So if you've seen these before, smile and say, okay, Cheryl. So, so anyway, I did 4 cows. One, you know, I don't do a lot of seasonal and holiday items because sometimes they sell, sometimes they don't. And I just don't, and then you got to save them for a whole year and stuff. But the one item I do is this mini Grinch. This pattern is by the Little Crochet Farm. They do have a website, and the pattern, the last I looked, it was free if you did the tutorial or looked on the website, or you can purchase the pattern on Etsy. But these little guys are absolutely adorable. I have about 5 of these, and I know that I will sell every single one. Next year I want to do this pattern using blanket yarn. I just couldn't find the right color green in enough time to do it this year, but I have 5 of the little ones, which is plenty. So not a brand new pattern to me, but it's an item that I did for more of the Christmassy holidays. I don't know whether I might have already shown you guys these. I don't know. But I did do 2 mermaids. This pattern is a paid pattern off of Etsy, and I will link it. I do like the pattern. You can do some different styles of hair, just for simplicity's sake. I did just the straight hair. Now, when you pull this one through the cap piece, it automatically kind of twists. And this is, this is not teddy bear, but this is, I believe this is a premier parfait. Premier parfait. It's a premier yarn. This one is a Bernat, and it's the baby sparkle. I don't know if you can see the sparkle in her hair. And when you pull it through, it doesn't twist like this one does naturally. So, but it's okay. I like them both. And so we'll see. I've done some dolls. My dolls haven't done real well. So maybe the mermaids will be something a little different that maybe they'll sell a little bit better. But we shall see. This last one is a new pattern, although I have been watching people make these. And it's the penguins. I actually made... I have either 4 or 5. I've got a blue one, a pink one, a gray and black one, and I can't remember what else I have. They're downstairs in the bucket, ready to go. This pattern I really like. It is very easy. Even though you're changing your color up here, it was not a difficult pattern to follow. I believe this is a Crochet by Jenna pattern. So it's very easy, and it's a no-sew pattern. Actually, I did. I didn't sew. I top stitched the nose. I came back in, instead of trying to change colors and stuff in here, I came back and surface stitched. I did a slip stitch. I think either a single or a half double, and then another slip stitch. And that made the beak stand out just a little bit more. So this one I think I pulled a little tight because this one doesn't stick out there as much. So maybe if I tug on it a little bit. I love the pattern. They're adorable. I think that people are gonna just think they're too cute. So I have 4 of them, and I will add all of these to my buckets of stuff that I had left over from the last time. I did have an 18-inch teddy bear that was pretty bland and just had been kind of sitting on the shelf. And so the last week or so, I took that teddy bear, I crocheted a flower and put it up by the ear, and I crocheted a scalloped scarf, and I also added some more facial details, you know, some eyebrows, eyelashes, some different things. And so I think that one, I think that perked it up a lot. Sometimes I get in such a hurry because I know I have to get a bunch of stuff done, and I forget to go back and do the details. And so I've been going through my leftover buckets from, you know, what hasn't sold at some markets, and perking them up a little, see if we can get them to move. I do have one more item. I did not bring one up. They're not quite finished, but I have been doing the no-sew whale pattern, and I will put it in the video or in the description. They are, you know, they're about the size of my hand, about yay tall. I think I'm going to have about 7 or 8 of them by the time I'm done. I have 2 more colors I want to make, and we'll put them out there in a bucket and see if anybody likes those. So that's what I've been doing to try out some different patterns of different things, so that you know, maybe, you know, because I think I've talked in one of my other videos that after the first of the year, I want to sit down and see what really sold, see what is selling in for other people. Excuse me. And see what, you know, see what I need to do to adjust my inventory for the upcoming year, for 2024. So I still want to do lots of amigurumi because I think they're just adorable. I think they are so worth my time and effort, and I just love doing them. There's just a little bit of a challenge to them sometimes, and so there's just so much out there that I want to do, and so I'll take stock after the first of the year and maybe come up with a list. And if there's something that you sell that does really well or that you've seen, I will take any suggestions on things because I know, you know, we all don't have the same items. So, oh, I do have axolotls. I made like 4 axolotls. So, because I know that people talk about those a lot. I have made them before. I made them in, well, I made some little ones in the blanket yarns, and I really didn't like how they turned out. I don't know if it was me or if it was the pattern, but I didn't like it. And so I found a pattern using the worsted weight, the 4 weights. And I like that, and they're cute, and I believe I've sold all of them. But, you know, if folks are really looking more towards the blanket yarn, so I went back to Etsy, and I got a different pattern in, it's a low sew, I believe. I don't remember. It might be a no sew, but I think this pattern came out really well. I like it, and I'm going to do a video of my setup when I get everything done this evening. And so I'll try and make sure I pause and say, look, here are my axolotls for folks to take a look at. I also may point out a couple other things that have been on my shelf for a while, and if y'all can give me some ideas, I would sure appreciate it. I did join a Facebook group this week. and I think it's called, I can't look it up because like I'm recording with my phone. Crochet Market and Vendor. It's something about, the group is about selling in markets, vendor setups, products, and it's for crochet items. So if I'll try and remember to put that Facebook site down in the description also, because you know, I don't always read everything, but they've had some really good ideas, and you can see how a lot of people set up their booth space, and I've gotten a couple of good ideas from that, and so it's worth scrolling through every so often. So anyway, I think that's about it. I got to gather my stuff and run out in the rain. Yay. At least being the 1st of December, it's not snow, because I know there are some of you who are getting snow instead of rain. We're just lucky enough that our temperature came up a few degrees. I think we've been in the 40s today, which isn't bad. Although, and I think some of you have heard that, you know, my dad is in Florida. He texted us today that it was 82 degrees and they were sitting on the patio, enjoying a cool breeze. Yeah. He does that to me all winter long. Oh, it's going to be cold tomorrow. It's going to be 60 degrees, you know, knowing that it's like sub-zero up here. So, yeah, so we have to give him a hard time, you know. He'll be back for Christmas, so he'll fly back to Indiana at the end of, or like several days before Christmas. And last year when he came home, it was the coldest days of the winter. It was like -5 degrees, and then we had some wind chills, and so we kind of got a big chuckle out of that, because, you know, you come back to Indiana in December and it's bound to be cold. So we'll wait and see what the weather is when he comes back from Florida. And then a couple of days after Christmas, he will get back on the airplane and he will go back to Florida, and he will stay till about the 1st of April. And then he will be home for the summer. So one of these days, I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer to being a snowbird. So, not close enough, but I'm getting closer. If you can see all my gray hair, if they judged retirement on gray hair, I think I'd win, or I'd be pretty close. So anyway, that's a crazy conversation. Have a great weekend. I will check back in with some market results, and crochet away, everybody.